Hey everybody, it's Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring, and today is Monday, June 24th, 2024. I hope you had a good weekend, hope you had a good trading day today, and appreciate you coming to this short video. I had a really good trade today on Apple, going long on the 5-minute chart, and what brought my attention to this trade was the daily. You know, if you watch my videos, you'll notice that I often will look at a larger time frame, and when the larger time frame is in a buy area, maybe near a major moving average or in a fair value gap or an order block, that's what gets my attention initially. Then I go down into the lower time frame for the day trade. So this is Apple on the daily. You can see this big green band here. And what this is, again, it's on the daily. It broke out of this high here, had a fair value gap, and it takes 3 bars to create the fair value gap. Bar 1, 2, 3, and you can see we took out this high here, but from the high of bar 1 to the low of bar 3 is this green shaded area. So, you know, Apple got really extended, maybe a little over its skis, and now it came back into the green area where this is where it should at least find some stability and perhaps bounce. So today during the day we were in we opened up a little bit up, then we went down, we got into the green buy area on the daily, and that's what brought my attention to it. And so I went into the 5-minute charts, and you can see this was at the beginning of the day. You can see the green area is the buy area on the daily, but the 5-minute bars, we poked our head into that buy area, and on this particular bar, we closed under the 30 RSI, and then the bar that I bought, we closed over the 30 RSI. So that's the simple entry, is the under 30, over 30. That's a deep dip buy signal. But the more important part is that it was in the green shaded area on the daily. So that was the confluence, and that's what brought my attention to the trade. So I did enter when it closed back over 30 RSI on the 5-minute. I entered at 207.46. Now, as soon as I enter, I always place 2 stops. Initially, I place an emergency stop, which is 2 ATRs below my entry. That's my maximum allowed loss. If it ever gets there, no questions asked, I'm just out of the trade. My end of day stop is simply going to be a close back below the 30 RSI, because that was the signal to get into the trade, to close under, close over. So if the next bar had closed under the 30 RSI, I simply would have gotten out of the trade. And if it had gone down even further and hit my emergency stop, I simply would have gotten out of the trade. So those are the 2 stops. The end of bar stop, which is a close back under the 30 RSI, emergency stop, 2 ATRs below my entry. Now let's talk about my profit target. So my maximum allowed loss on this trade was 2 ATRs. So I always like to have an asymmetrical trade risk to reward ratio. So if I'm going to lose a maximum of 2 ATRs, I want to make sure I make a minimum of 4 ATRs to the upside. And here was my profit target at 209.99, so essentially $2.10. So this is basically a set it and forget it trade. Take a look at the daily. That's what brought me to the trade. Intraday, the under 30, over 30 was the signal. Next bar, had it close under 30, I would have gotten out. If it got down to my 2 ATR emergency stop, I would have gotten out. But to the upside, it's either going to get to my 4 ATR profit target, or the end of the day is going to end and it's not going to hit anything. But in this particular case, it was a great trade. Got in at 207.46, and then on this bar here, it got right to my 4 ATR profit target. So it was a nice trade. I think about $2.50. Yeah, just about $2.50, 1.22%. Got out there, continued to go higher. I was like, dang it, why did I? But you know, you got to pick your profit targets, and I did, and it just kept churning. I was like, holy smokes! But it did it did actually come all the way back down and went much lower. So it was a good trade. So, I hope you find this helpful. If this is helpful, I'd appreciate if you could hit the thumbs up button. It really does help or helps out the channel, lets YouTube know there's some valuable content. If you have any questions, leave them in the description or in the comments section below. But yeah, I hope these videos are helping you. If you'd like to learn more about my trading and the strategies that I use, I have a YouTube podcast that I do on YouTube on Saturday. It's a little bit longer. I go through all the trades that I've done on the daily and the weekly time frames. We talk about when I entered the trade, why I entered the trade, what the strategy was, what the setups were, and then how I am going to manage the trades going forward. But I think you'll find it helpful. I also teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I teach a one-on-one 15-hour course where I teach you step-by-step all the strategies that I use. And then alternatively, I have a great online video course at udemy.com. It's the deep dip buy stock trading strategy, actually the same one that I just showed you on this particular trade. And that's a really great course, 9.5 hours of video. It's very affordable. So anyway, appreciate you being here. Hope you have a good rest of your day, everyone. And hopefully we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.